Hello, everyone. My name is Stanley St. Rose, and today we're going to be talking about Lazarus by Sylvia Plath. A really interesting poem here. Now, before I go into summary analysis of this work, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and/or comment so that the channel can continue to grow. Now, this poem is definitely talking about suicide. Sylvia Plath is not holding anything back. And if you've ever read a Sylvia Plath poem, you know that she never holds back when it comes to emotions, feelings, and her thoughts. Now, this is all about her suicide attempts. Every time she, tried to kill herself and it did not work. She comes back and she talks about it, how she felt about it, what drove her to it. Within this poem, she's talking about society, she's talking about her body parts, she's talking about um, people's interest in things like this. And people are definitely interested in things like this. I don't know why, but people are interested in the morbid, in the dark, in the nasty, and the weird. It's something that's just fascinating. I don't know why people are interested in things like serial killers and things that go bump in the night. But understanding a person's mind like Sylvia Plath's is always, her poetry is always anthologized and read, because you kind of want to get a glimpse into her mind, into her emotions, why she did the things that she did. From poems like Daddy to Blackberrying, they're all just packed with information about what's going on in her head, what's going on in her life, and she holds back no emotions, especially with this. There's so much imagery that's coming through. She's thinking about her death and calling death an art. For me, it's quite disturbing because I don't see suicide or dying an art. But for her, within this poem, she's talking about how it's an art, how each time that she tried to commit suicide, it was different, and the feelings and the emotions that came with it, and what it meant each time. And ultimately, it just gives you this different way to think about suicide. I mean, most people, when we think about suicide, we see it as a tragedy. We see it as, why would you kill yourself? Life is so wonderful, family, love, children, vacations. I mean, for me, just give me a good meal, a nice movie, some friends, some family members, and we're having a good old time. I mean, there's so many things to enjoy in life. But for Sylvia Plath, I mean, the things that she was going through, her struggles, her life, she just thought that, the depression and all the things that she was going through, that the only answer would be to end it all and just kill herself. So mentally, you have to be in a different place to think of things like that. And with poems like, Lady Lazarus here, we can see how different her mind is and how different she sees things, and where her mind took her. Again, in terms of deeper meaning and analysis, it's a very interesting poem. It's a twist, it's a bend. It does get you into your emotions. But this is the thing about Sylvia Plath. Her poems definitely come packed with emotions and feelings and things that make you think differently. And we can really understand why she committed suicide through this poem, and it's really telling us about society, culture, her life experiences, her depression, her emotions, her thoughts, her feelings. These are the things that impacted to what ultimately, well, led her to commit suicide. And Lady Lazarus is definitely grim and dark. And, well, ultimately, I guess it is an art, because the way that she died was very artistic, if you really think about it. So, there's a lot to unpack. I'll just leave it with that. That's what I had to say about this poem. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and/or comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.